Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. Today we are back with more Jurassic World goodies. Yes, we're not quite over Jurassic World Rebirth on this channel just yet. I still have a fair amount of Rebirth figures to go through. So today we are looking at the story packs. So we have the Zora, Bennett and Velociraptor pack. And we also have the Dr. Henry Loomis and the Pteranodon pack. Now I do believe in the UK the other story packs are currently available. However, these are the only two I have. I need to take another trip to Smith's to get the others. And a few of the other Rebirth figures, because there's a lot of Wave 2 of the Rebirth figures is currently out now. And I only have Wave 1, so I need to get on getting Wave 2 figures. So anyway, let's head on over to the review table and take a closer look at these awesome figures. Okay, so here we are. Here are the figures. I'm going to start with Zora, with the Velociraptor. So I'm just going to put Loomis down there. So here is Zora, Bennett and the Velociraptor. A species that should have got more bloody screen time in the film, because I don't know. I felt bad for it. You only saw them for like 5 seconds. This is like Mr. and Mrs. 5 seconds of screen time. And then they were taken by the Mutodons. I understand that a lot of the Velociraptor scenes were switched out for Mutodon scenes, but the Velociraptor still could have had a scene. And I have seen the deleted scene as well, where we got a better look at the raptors, but still, they could have left that one in. But anyway, open box design, so you can have a look at the figures. The human figures are encased in plastic, but you can mess with the dinosaurs a little bit. On the bottom, we've got Jurassic World Rebirth, Zora and the Velociraptor, and the Spinosaurus. On this side, nothing. On this side, Rebirth. And on the back, just another look down of, what's in the box. We've got the Jurassic World Facts app, or the Jurassic World Play app, I believe it's called now. And the other one in the set. So, let's break these guys out of the packaging. And then there's one more on the raptor's foot. Oh, no, there's still one more on the raptor's foot. There we go. Raptor is out, and then I have to destroy the packaging to get Zora out. So, luckily, I do not feel bad about destroying this packaging, because I'm not an in-box collector. Never have been, never will be. Sorry about the noise. There we go. We'll start off with Zora, because, the human figures are never as exciting as the dinos. But here is Zora in pretty much her military, like her get-up from the thing. We've got another figure of her from the Spinosaurus pack that I reviewed last time, where she's in more normal clothing. But this is her in a more, mercenary clothing. We've got pretty good detail on her. Likeness, I'm kind of seeing it, but not really. Sort of. For articulation, her head is on a bulging, so she can go all the way around, and she can look up and down ever so slightly. Her arms can go all the way up, and they can do a full 360. She also has, it's a 90-degree bend in the elbow, and the elbow is also a swivel. There is also a waist swivel, which I have probably just loosened up a bit too much by doing that. Then her legs can go all the way forward. Not so much all the way back. They can go back that far because of her butt. They can go all the way out though, so she can do the splits. And knees, you've got, I'd say just under 90 degrees, or just about 90 degrees of bend in the knee. That is also a swivel. Nothing at the foot. And that is Zora. Accessories, you get this rifle. This one does not break apart. So we've got an unpainted rifle. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. I like the detailing on it. And we also have a backpack for her. So you just pull it forward so you can open it, and you can't really fit anything in there, so I don't really see the point in it being able to open. Well, you've got this. It does unclip there so you can put it on her. I'm not going to, because when you put bags on... Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. I was going to say, when you put bags on... When you put these sorts of bags on the human figures, they tend to look really awkward. Wait, how does this... Okay, and then we go... Alright, and then we go over and over. There we go. And yeah, as I said, they can look a bit awkward because they're never like perfect fit bags, but it's not too bad. Excuse me. On to the Velociraptor, the main star of the show. And the sculpt on this is really well done. Excuse me. I'm filming this first thing in the morning. So yeah, sculpt on this is really well done. You can tell it has taken very heavy influence from the Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor because of the shape of the head and the fact it's got quills. So that is pretty damn cool. Once again, the quills are the only really hint in the Jurassic franchise to Velociraptors being feathered. Obviously, we had the Pyroraptor that was fully feathered, but these quills are the only hint that Velociraptor was feathered. I'm loving the colour that they've put on the face. This nice shiny blue with this tiny bit of light brown orangey and then the orange snout. I am loving it. And the eyes are painted really nicely as well on this one. They're nice and even. For articulation, you can open and close the mouth. And as usual, the roof of the mouth is not painted. The head the head can go up and down and can also do a full 360. Move the legs out there. The arms can go forward and back. And the legs can also go forward and back. Not out to the side, because these are just your basic figures. And then the tail has the usual pointless articulation. I really don't know why their tails rotate. It just does. So yeah, that's the Velociraptor. If we go underneath, here is the scan code. Excuse me. So here is the scan code for the Velociraptor. Most of you probably already have this in your app by now, but if you don't, there it is. So that was, and the raptor stands up pretty solidly. Like, there's no wobble in that. So that was Zora and the Velociraptor. So let's get Dr. Henry Loomis and the Pteranodon in. Packaging is exactly the same. Once again, the human figure and the accessories are all encased in plastic, but you can mess around with the dinosaur a little bit. It's not a dinosaur, but you know what I mean. On the back, once again, it shows you what you can do, shows the play app, and then the other set. So let's crack these out. Let's see. There's one around the neck, and then there's another one around the body. There's the Pteranodon out. And then once again, we gotta destroy the packaging to get Loomis out. We got Loomis and the accessories. There we go. So once again, we'll start with Loomis. He is... Oh, can his coat come off? Can his jacket come off? Okay, it looks like his coat might be able to come off, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to be able to get it back on if I take it off. But here he is in a different outfit to the previous set. Face sculpt is pretty much the same as the previous one, so I am happy with that one. I like his shirt. His shirt is funky. So here he is, the paleontologist, basically the Dr. Grant replacement. Because that's pretty much what he is. He's the paleontologist on the mission to the dinosaur-filled island, just like Dr. Grant was the paleontologist on the dinosaur-filled island. And I do believe he said he trained under Dr. Grant, which is why it's not on here. But in the film, he has like a fold-away shovel that's attached to his belt. It is the same one that Dr. Grant had in Jurassic Park. And so the theory is that Dr. Grant gave it to Loomis. So that's just a nice little Easter egg. I mean, the actual fold-away shovel on the belt is the Easter egg, but it's like it's the theory that Dr. Grant passed it over to him, which is pretty cool. So anyway, articulation for Henry is exactly the same as Zora. So he can look left and right, up and down a tiny bit. His arms can't go all the way up like Zora's did, but he can at least T-pose and do a full 360. His elbows do have that 90 degrees of bend, and they are also swivels. Move his arms out of the way. He does have the waist swivel, which didn't need like paint snapping. Legs can go all the way forward, and can also go back further than Zora, as he's got less of an ass. And they can also go all the way out, so he can still do the splits as well. 90 degrees of bend in the knee, which is also a swivel, and then that is that. He also comes with a backpack, which once again, you just undo that bit and it clips off. And like Zora's, it can also open, which is extremely pointless because you really can't put anything in there. But I'm definitely not going to put his on because you've seen what it looks like with that. And these are made of like a soft squishy plastic. And he also comes with an electric prod, which you can actually take the electric bit off if you want it to just be the rod, but you'll lose that, so I always at least just keep it on. This has been an accessory for figures since the Fallen Kingdom days, I'm pretty sure. Since Mattel first started doing the Jurassic figures, this has been an accessory that some figures have had. On to the Pteranodon. Let's get the head facing the right way. Underneath, this figure looks extremely boring. There is no paint at all on the underneath apart from the lower jaw. On the top, however, is where the figure looks nicer. Now this is just a smaller version, but I believe it was one of the ones that made noise that had this paint job previously. So I'm glad we've now got a smaller one. If we get a quick look at the head, we can see that it's got a blue crest, and then that blue continues to partway down the beak. The toothless wing does also have plenty of teeth, which is just odd that they went with that. And then we've got the tongue that's painted nicely, and then we've just got the yellow paint on the wings, and that is it. For articulation, the head can go up and down. It can also swivel because it's on one of those hinges. The mouth can open and close, so you can open the mouth that far. Come on. Wings can flap up and down and can also rotate. You've also got that little hinge at the hand, so you can fold the wing in. And then we also have the legs, which can go down, because you can actually get this guy to stand up properly, like a proper pterosaur standing. There we go. I mean, yeah, the wings, the wings support most of it. The legs don't actually touch the ground when you do that. The legs are not touching the ground, but oh well. I'm just glad you can actually, we've actually got a pterosaur that you can get to stand up from Mattel, because that's nice. And it's with jointed wings rather than bendy wire, because they did the Hammond Collection Geostone Bergia and the Amber Collection Pteranodon, And to get them in standing poses like this, it was bendy wire wings, which I haven't had any problems with my Geostone Bergia yet. But my Amber Collection Pteranodon, the wings are already splitting, so I've just left it in a flying pose. So the wings are fully outstretched, but the rubber is already splitting. So anyway, that is those. That's all I can say about them. They are really cool sets, and I can't wait to get the other sets that are coming out, or have come out. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye! Alright guys, just adding on to the end of this video, I just remembered that I forgot to share the scan code for the Pteranodon. So here you go. Pteranodon scan.